So I need to tell you guys a story. Now, I'm sitting at home today and I get a phone call, and it's a local news channel. Well, I've spoken to them in the past, and well, they know that I keep bees, and they told me, they were like, Brian, there's a swarm of bees that's on the property at the news station. Can you come out and get them? Well, guess what? I went out and got them. One of the easiest swarm catches that, well, I had to use a ladder and things like that, but the queen popped right out, got her in a clip, just so easy. So I want to put a frame of brood in there with them, though. That way it can lock them in. Now, I do have the queen in a clip, so that will secure them in there. But I want to put a frame of brood down in there as well. That way, well, they can take care of some babies and just kind of know that this is home. Now, I'm going to leave them in this Pro Nuke for probably a day or two. I need to get some bottom boards. I ran out of bottom boards. So once I do that, then I'll get them in a box. What an exciting day. And I'm going to do 2 splits and get, well, 2 more colonies. So yeah, I mean, the apiary's growing. All right, well, let me close this colony here up. So what I've done with these colonies is the swarm catch. I'm going to call this the WKBN colony right here. I mean, I have to. I did place a frame of brood in there, so that will hold them a little bit more. The queen, I did check. She's in the clip. My splits that I have right here, there's 2 frames of brood, and then there's a frame that has some pollen on it. There's honey in there also. Now, I'm going to come back tomorrow and drop some mated queens in here. So in a sense, I've got, well, 3 more colonies here. That takes me up to 19. All right, well, let's see what we find here. Now, these were very small splits, and these really, the only purpose of these splits was to boost numbers. Now, I can look in here, and already I see that my queen is out. I see in there, they've chewed through that candy plug. A couple girls in there, but it's not the queen. So I'm going to set that there, and let's just come along the side here and just to double check it. Now, I do not have feed on them because, well, I gave them an entire frame of honey. They have a frame of pollen as well. So I want them to be able to rely on what I gave them on the frame plus forage. Good frame of brood there, so I'm hoping that the queen is on this next frame, and yes, she is. There she is right there. So we can see that queen there. Excellent. So she is out. The colony has accepted her. Excellent. So I'm just going to slide this back over there. Let's check this other side. I always like when plans somewhat work. Now, again, I can see right here, they have chewed through that entire candy plug. There's no bees in there. Same thing here. I'm going to get in here and just check and see if I find that queen and how she looks. Oh, well, look at that. First frame I pull out here, and I see that queen. A little bit of a darker. I can see some nectar on there. But that's okay. Now I'm going to check these other frames here just real quick, just to make sure that I don't see any type of supersedure cell or any type of cell that was being developed. No cells there. And there's no cells there. Well, that right there is fantastic. All right, on to the WKBN colony. If you guys have not seen the video, I'll plug the link for the interview that I did. That was fun. Again, that was fun. So this is a good frame right here. There's a good amount of pollen on there. There's some nectar in there. So this colony is doing a good job there so far. And this right here, so I added in this frame here that had all this brood, and that will more or less lock this colony in. They will see this young, and they're going to say, well, hey, we have a job here to do. Oh, look at that. So there is larvae in that on there. eggs, larvae on there. So my queen is running around here somewhere. All right, there she is. Nice, beautiful queen down there. Now this frame here with that wonky comb, I'm going to grab my queen off of here. Got my queen. All right, she is marked. Now this next hive that I'm going to check here is my Hex Hive. It is the 3D printed hive setup. Each box that's on here has almost the equivalent footprint of 10 deep frames of foundation. So looking, oh my lord, I find this interesting because this was a package install the same as the others, and they have actually filled out this box faster. Let's pull this frame here just to see what it looks like. Okay, so they connected that with brood. Now look at that, all that brood there. Now that's going to be the one issue, is that dividing portion there that I'm going to have to scrape off. I'll let them clean that up down there. Now let's see what this back here looks like. Eggs on there. Honey. So this colony has a completely filled deep below, and then they have this almost all the way filled out. This is one of the outer frames that they've got nectar on. You see that's filled with nectar there. The outer frame here, they've got nectar going on there. If you look there, that's nectar. So for how they have that built out, I almost want to add on a third box, and that's probably what I'm going to do. Let's get this other box here. This Hex Hive is becoming a monster, I will say that. Well, I'm telling you guys what, so I don't know whether it's this configuration, almost like a log, you know, that center cavity of a tree, but the Hex Hive, as compared to the others, is building out, well, considerably faster. So very curious. Now, if anyone else has a Hex Hive and you've installed packages at the same time in a typical Langstroth, let me know what you've experienced. I'm very curious. But overall, this setup here so far is doing fantastic. Oh my lord. Well, you look at the population here. We'll see if we'll see how they're doing as far as space. I tell you what, one puff, you see how effective this new Apisolus fluid is. Oh yeah, there's some weight. Yeah, there's a little bit of nectar there too. Excellent. Now the only reason why I'm getting down into here is I want to see if this colony has any signs of swarming. I did not see anything before when I was in here. All right, let's let them chill a second. Well, that's a good pollen frame right there. Wow, is that a sheet of brood on there? I mean, to tell you, yeah, this colony here is just, I mean, they are a rock star. My gosh. Yeah, the amount of brood on this colony, and they have not swarmed, to my knowledge. If I find the queen, I'll know they haven't swarmed, but so far I could say, to my knowledge, they have not swarmed. Now watch this new Apisolus work. Sheets of brood. Look at that. There's nothing in it. That little cup down there that I found, there was nothing in it. It's always important to do these checks. You know, that I would not know that they're creating those cups had I not checked it. You always want to get an assessment of how your colonies are sitting. Do they need more space? Do they need food? What are they doing? Is the queen in here laying? And I can see eggs, larvae down in there, so she's working this other side. Oh, and there she is. There's the queen right there. You look at that queen. So I'm going to put her back into her colony, put that down in there, get my excluder on, and get this colony back together. All right, now, this colony here was another split that I did. So I'm really curious to see how they look. They should, by this point here, have a mated queen. And if so, she should be down in this lower deep. So these top supers that are on here, well, I'm just going to pop these and see what my weight is looking like. This colony has 4 supers. Oh, yeah. There's weight there. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There's weight there. Now, at this point, you know, basically what I can do, if I go through this colony and do not find a mated queen, I could just combine another colony over. So that's the beauty of getting into multiple colonies in your apiary, is I could just easily combine over. Yeah, I mean, you just look at the behavior on here, and they're really not that runny. They're not bumping me. I'm about positive that I'm going to get in here and I'm going to find some sort of brood. Now, I find any eggs, larvae, I will 100% know that I have a mated queen in here. Yeah, I can see that cell there. All right, well, I'm going to go through some of these frames again, just because I would like to see a sign of a queen. And there is the old added phrase, too, when in doubt, egg it out. I mean, I could plop a frame with some eggs, larvae in here, and if they make cells, I will know that they did not have a queen. All right, well, I'm going to get this back together. Now, what I'm probably going to have to do is check this colony here in another few days, and if I do not see any signs of a queen, I'll probably just do a paper combine